Hi there, everybody. Meteorologist Dontae Jones here in the Dick Goddard Weather Center here on Facebook Live. And what an active evening, right? Today, during the daytime, it was fine. But then the evening rolls around and we got some thunderstorms that came through, especially if you're right up here along the lake. We had tornado warning in Lorain County, rainfall with heavy rain, some gusty winds, and some hail, too. If you're a little bit further south, it was more hit or miss. Still is more hit or miss, and that's just round one. We got another round on the way tonight, and then round three on the way for tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So it's been a stormy summer. Spring was just spring was weird. Spring, we had a warm winter, and then spring we had. I point out these two bigger patterns that kind of overtook spring. Remember when we had the 3 weeks of really just nothing but sunshine and dry weather, and we ended up with moderate droughts and everything. And then after that, we had the 2 weeks of just consistent clouds and rain. And now summer's almost been like an extension of spring, where it's just been rather cool by summer standards in the 70s and 80s, and not a whole lot of humidity around. We only had one 90-degree day, and then we've had severe weather. More severe weather than usual in the summer because we hardly had a severe weather season in the spring. So summer's really kind of been an extension of spring, in all honesty. It's just been a weird pattern here lately. And it's not going to change, at least not for the short term. Once we get into the middle part of next week, things look good. But tonight and tomorrow, and even into Monday and Tuesday, it's just going to be a soggy and stormy pattern. All right, let's talk about it. Big picture here. We have got storms, like I mentioned, coming in tonight around midnight or so. The Browns game, I think right now, is in a delay. I don't think they'll get it off until this batch of storms move through. It has lightning in them, so if I had to guess anything, maybe around 8:30 they may start the game or so. And that's if the lightning moves on. But we still have a cluster of storms that's just kind of hugging the coast. So if there are more storms with lightning kind of behind this, even if it's not severe, then I don't think they'll get the game off anytime soon. So, but I'm going to go with about 8:30 here. Comfortable temperatures, as I mentioned, for the long term, upper 70s to lower 80s, and then that soggy pattern from Monday and Tuesday comes in, and we got more rain and thunderstorms. All right, so here's the satellite and radar showing us that it's just a stormy one across northeast Ohio right now. This evening, probably not the greatest to have the outdoor plans because it is hit or miss storms. Now, I'm going to scoot in a little bit closer and just kind of take us on a little bit of a tour here of what's going on with radar. Let me pick the right tool and we'll scoot in a little bit closer. All right, so over towards Sandusky, we're seeing some showers with some embedded thunderstorms in there. Some of these storms have some hail in them too. Over towards South Amherst, Lorain, Oberlin, down just to the south of Grafton, seeing some thunderstorm activity. And then over towards Maple Heights and Cleveland Heights, seeing a good batch of rain and thunder there as well. Then we got Menor seeing some showers. Painesville's just seeing some showers. So we got some flood advisories along the coast. Erie, Lorain, and Cuyahoga counties and western portions of Lake County seeing flood advisories because of the heavy rainfall. Then we scooch down just a little bit further down towards, I'd say down towards the Salem area, just to the east of Alliance, seeing some thunder showers there. And here's a thunderstorm over towards Canaan, moving up towards the Wadsworth area, heads up there. So it's on and off against Scott Richland County, northern Richland County, seeing a shower around Blooming Grove. So it's a wet one. It's a wet evening for us, and it'll continue to be that way as we go through the course of the evening. Here's the 8-hour forecast that we got. The on and off again showers and storms. Temperatures going to kind of hover in the lower 70s because of the rain and the clouds around. Just not going to be the prettiest of Fridays. Fishing forecast, well, that's kind of moot right now. That was earlier this evening anyway, when the weather was a little better, and the boating forecast. Not for today anyway. Now tomorrow you'll be able to get the boating in, but by the time we head towards the late afternoon into the evening, there might be some showers and storms that come in from the north with the cold front that'll affect the boating forecast. There was a great video earlier when I was on at 4 o'clock of the storms moving through Put-in Bay. And so the Jet Express was just coming in. The boat was coming into to dock, getting away from that big storm that we saw out there. So it was certainly a sight to see on that camera. This was Browns and Commanders, spotty shower and storm. Well, that turned out to be true, didn't it? So that's what's happening right now. But over the weekend, we got some events going on. The Cuyahoga County Fair still going on through the weekend. The Caramoo Second Line Parade and Sneaker Ball is going on Saturday evening. Tri-Rock Roll Run at North Coast Harbor Saturday morning. And then, of course, we have the Fox 8 Foxtrot that's going on Sunday morning at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. So we got a lot going on this weekend. I think the only day will be Saturday afternoon into the evening that may inhibit some of your party, if you will, because of the showers and storms that will come in at that time. Our models are having a real hard time, and we'll run through a couple of those. If you were with me last time when we were going through our last system, I ran through a couple or few models because our in-house model, we call it the graph, our in-house model was not having a good handle on anything. It did not study. It did not do its homework. So we had to rely on the smart kid and cheat off the smart kid and use another model. Andre and I think we went with the high resolution model. We call it the HRRR. And so that one turned out to be much more accurate before the graph finally leaned over and cheated off of and finally got its act together. But so tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, another line of rain and thunderstorms coming in that could affect the Cuyahoga County Fair, the Caramoo Parade, but probably not the Tri-Rock and Roll Run. That is going to be more than likely dry, as Saturday morning's trending a little drier. There's the Fox 8 Foxtrot again Sunday morning. I'm going to be there. Gabe and Natalie's going to be there. Lou Maglio's going to be there. I'm trying to think of the other on-air folks that will be there. There's a plethora of off-air folks too. So if you're going to be there, and you see one of us, you may see some of our producers and what have you kind of hanging around us. Say hi, and we'll introduce you to some of the off-air talented folks that puts the show on the air and makes the news. Here's the daily breakdown, by the way. So tomorrow, again, afternoon, evening, scattered rain and storms, which we'll run through in a second. Sunday's dry with sunshine. Monday wet with rain and storms. Tuesday wet with leftover scattered showers. And then Wednesday is dry. And then Thursday and Friday dry next week too. All right, so here is the Futurecast. There's 11 o'clock tonight. So you see another round kind of moving in right along the same path with this warm front, right along the same path as the storms this evening. I'm going to look at these and stay and monitor these because I don't think there'll be as much of a lake breeze as what we had earlier, where we had the winds out of the southwest along the land and along the lake coming in off the north, but I don't want to chance it. I mean, the last thing you want to do is say, okay, I'm starting my weekend, goodbye, good luck storms, let's just hope you behave yourself, and then something tornadic or severe pops off and I'm in my bed sleep, and then I get raked through the coals for not being here and protecting you. So I'm going to stay and make sure those are behaving themselves. And if they don't, then I'm going to hop on the TV and hop online as well and get you through those. All right, so that's 11 o'clock. So that's out west towards Erie, Huron counties. And then it moves eastward. And then look what happens. Lorain County, Cuyahoga County gets in the action about midnight tonight. And then it continues to move south and east. And then you get Medina County that gets in on the action. Summit County gets in on the action. Then moves down into Stark County. And then Columbiana County before it's finally out of here. Completely gone and storm-free by about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then here's Saturday morning. Saturday morning, fine. Partly to mostly sunny skies. It's going to be a beautiful Saturday morning. That's why I said the Tri-Rock Roll Run is going to be fine on Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, here's what happens. So if you could imagine here Saturday afternoon, that is probably a cohesive line anywhere from Lorain County through Cuyahoga County, through Northern Summit County, through Portage County, right on through Trumbull County. So that's a line moving southward. And so that's 3:30 in the afternoon. And so with that line moving southward with a cold front, those thunderstorms have the potential to be strong to possibly severe. Now, here's the caveat, which is so often the case this time of year. Now, our model says that Saturday morning is going to be sunshine and southwesterly winds, so there's going to be ample warmth, ample humidity, so we're going to have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, plenty of instability, which is the warm air, which has to rise and cool and condense. And so with a cold front that's forcing the air to do that, there will probably be no inhibition for these storms to form and be strong to severe. But if for some reason our models are not correct and we get clouds in the morning and kind of shower activity going on throughout the day, you don't have the instability of the warm, moist, sunny air. So the storms will not materialize and be as severe. And so you'd be looking at a nothing burger for Saturday afternoon and evening, maybe a few showers or so. But right now the models are saying, nope, it's going to be full on sunshine tomorrow morning. Southwesterly flow, meaning you get warm temperatures and humidity, and so the storms should fire off as this front comes through and can be gusty with some heavy rain as well, and maybe some hail and an isolated tornado. So that's what we're looking at for tomorrow afternoon, about 4-ish to, let's say, maybe 6 or 7. So a good 3-hour window, and then things are fine. So if you're at the Cuyahoga County Fair Saturday evening, say 6, 7, you're fine after around that time. It's about 3 to 6 where you'll have the problem. So that's what we're looking at. So anywhere from about 3 in the afternoon to 6 in the evening, that's where the line of rain and thunderstorms come in. Again, the gusty winds, heavy rain, maybe some hail, maybe an isolated tornado. And then we get into Sunday, and it's looking beautiful. Look at that. Sunday morning, plenty of sunshine. Sunday afternoon, partly cloudy to mostly sunny. This model is picking up maybe an isolated shower Sunday afternoon. I'm not overly impressed with this. I think there's the chance that we remain completely dry Sunday afternoon. But just know that if you get a spritz or a sprinkle, that's all it will be. It's just a spritz or a sprinkle Sunday afternoon. That's it. Nothing to write home about. But as for Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening storms, again, the biggest threat, gusty winds, heavy rain, which could lead to a little bit of localized flooding. And that's a Saturday evening. I'm going to change that for 10 o'clock and put that for Saturday afternoon. I think that's Saturday afternoon / evening time. Then the hail threat, it's there, but it's a smaller threat. Maybe a little bit more. I have it low right now, but I'll probably update that in between low and moderate. I think there's a chance that we could get some hail in there. And then the tornado threat is low. We're not expecting an outbreak. So that's when we're not expecting an outbreak, the tornado threat is always going to be low because you're going to have gusty winds. You're going to have heavy rainfall. There are times you're going to have hail, which is more likely than tornadoes. Tornadoes are not likely with every storm. So that's always going to be low because typically thunderstorms are not producing tornadoes all the time that they happen. But they do produce the other things, the gusty winds, the heavy rain, even hail. Even though it's rarer, it's not as rare as a tornado. So that's always going to be low. The only time you're going to see that as moderate or high or something like that is when you're really expecting some big tornado outbreak. All right, so that's what's going on tomorrow. Again, about 3 to 6, and I'll probably just put that time frame up there for the 10 o'clock, 3 to 6. So tonight, scattered rain and storms all throughout the night. If you're one of those who kind of likes sleeping through rain and thunderstorms, tonight's going to be your night. That's going to be one of those nights. Over the weekend, again, tomorrow, sunshine throughout the morning, and then mid-afternoon, that cold front coming through from north to south, and that's where we get the about 3 to 6, that chance for seeing some of those thunderstorms. And then for Sunday, sunshine, pleasant temperatures right around 80 degrees. The humidity is going to be tolerable because that front's going to come through. That's going to switch the winds out of the north. Sunday's going to be great. Then comes the case of the Mondays. Rainy days and Mondays, as the carpenters would say. So rain and thunderstorms on Monday, 80 degrees. This is a low pressure moving to our north, so wraparound flow, counterclockwise flow, still kind of dragging in some moisture. So it'll be mostly cloudy with scattered showers on Tuesday and cooler. But then look at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week. Partly to mostly sunny. Temperatures anywhere from 78 to 82. Overnight lows about 60, 61. I mean, if you like spring, then you are loving this 8-day forecast, because that's what it is. It's spring. Because if it were up to me, all of those temperatures would be 10 degrees warmer. There'd be a 94, a 90, 90, 86, 88, 91, 88, 92. I know I'm crazy. I know it. But that's my type of summer. That's what I like for summer weather. You'd be at the pool every day or at the beach every day and having ice cream and popsicles and just kind of hanging out and all. That's just summer. All right, so that's what's going on. So again, the big thing going on is tonight around 11 midnight, another cluster of thunderstorms that we're just going to have to watch to see if they behave themselves, because they could have some gusty winds and heavy rain, even some hail and maybe an isolated tornado. And that's again following the coast north and then moving southward. And then tomorrow afternoon, about 3 to 6, another cluster of thunderstorms moving north to south. That could also be strong to severe. And then Sunday for the Fox 8 Foxtrot, looking great, sunshine, comfortable temperatures, and then more rain and storms for next Monday and Tuesday. All right, so I am going to keep an eye on the present storms for the next couple of hours, as well as update the forecast. And I will see you at 10 o'clock tonight. Have a great night, everybody.